All right, we're doing an update on yesterday's game. Lions versus Bucks. Lions win. Honestly, we dominated them. It was great. I loved every minute of it. Uh, we got Amon-Ra in there, which was one of the big priorities. I know David Montgomery got hurt, and I think that's really going to hurt us later on. But it's injuries happen, all right? And to be honest with you, we're doing pretty well even with injuries currently. So, but the Bucks, they stayed in it. I believe, to kind of give you the stats on the Bucks side, I'll get to the Lions in a minute, but stats on the Bucks side, I believe they had around 10 to 11 drives for around 250 yards, and no touchdowns. All right. Basically, they just got 2 field goals. The Lions defense held them to 6 points, and that's impressive, especially at the NFL level. So, but other than that, Lions had actually, I think, one more, like 11. I think Bucks had 10, Lions had 11, and we scored 2 touchdowns and a field goal, I believe. Either way, and I think theirs was, I'm sorry, the Bucks had 250 yards 250 yards, and then 350 yards the Lions had. So honestly, great game by the Lions, especially by that defense. And I also got to give it to Jared Goff. Basically, we tried to run it. It just wasn't working. All right. Especially since David Montgomery went down. And but David Montgomery even really wasn't working either. So basically they were like, okay, let's put it in Jared Goff's hands. Let's see if he can make it happen. And honestly, 350 yards for 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's great. Honestly, that's awesome. What you can't ask a guy to do anything better. So, but other than that, with Tampa, Baker Mayfield, I feel like he didn't play a horrible game. He needed to get Mike Evans in. He really needed to get Mike Evans included in the thing. He really didn't throw to him all that much, and I think he tried to. And there was one scary one. The thing is Isaiah Buggs, when he tipped that, I don't know if all you guys were watching, but Mike Evans was completely wide open, nothing but green. Literally, if he would have completed that pass, that would have gone for a 90-yard touchdown. It was completely green. So honestly, I think the freaking God Isaiah Buggs tipped it, because that would have been absolutely horrendous. So, but other than that, the Lions played a great game. One of the things we need to work on in terms of, I guess, team defense is we need to work on getting more mobile quarterbacks, especially next week, because we got the Ravens coming up at their place against Lamar Jackson. He's kind of like the definition of a mobile quarterback. So we need to be able to set the edges and honestly contain the quarterback. And because I know even Baker Mayfield, I know he didn't do it a lot last night, but on the other hand, he had the ability to. And I think he did get out once or twice for big gains. So, but either way, job well done, to be honest with you. In terms of stats, Amon-Ra obviously had a touchdown. I think he had 126 yards passing. We only got 46 yards rushing. We really didn't run the ball that much. I think it was Craig Reynolds. He had the other amount. No, I'm sorry, Jameson Williams. I got to give that guy credit. All right, and honestly, I've kind of been a little bit of a doubter on Jameson Williams, just because the fact is I saw him during preseason, and in my honest opinion, he didn't look very good in preseason. He honestly, he must have buttered his hands or something, because every pass I see that guy get, it's like he's got butterfingers. All right, it's almost like he just coated himself with butter. But either way, honestly, that bomb, Jared Goff, that bomb to Jameson Williams over up, doing that post was beautiful. And honestly, it was underthrown ball. All right, and I got to give Jameson credit just because of the fact is he was able to set his feet, come back for the ball, and that was like to be honest, that's a really hard move to do, just in general. So I got to give him kudos there, because that was honestly an awesome play, and I couldn't be honest, I freaking rewatched it like 5 times today. It was fucking amazing. I really do. So, but anyways, next week I'm going to be expecting big things. I want to win, but I know this is going to be a closer game just in general, because the Ravens have a shit ton of injuries, but on the other hand, Lamar Jackson is still Lamar Jackson. He's going to keep him in the game no matter what. So, but we'll see what happens in terms of the game. I'm super excited. You know me. So, but anyways, remember, always follow the Honolulu Wave.